Like your works and what you do is your evidence of the faith and the hope and the belief that you have. So if you don't show works, I'm going to just assume you don't have any faith, right? So come on, like whatever it is that you want to do in this life, it is obtainable, but it's not going to just fall in your lap.
Calling all of my black girls.
Welcome to CIRCAPURPLE's Purple Conversations, a black girl's conversation about faith, soul, and my opinion. And it is Ty here with a bonus episode, my first bonus episode of the 2020 season. So with the bonus episodes, it will not be actual video content to this, but you could still be able to hear it on YouTube for all of my YouTube followers. So today's bonus episode came from a thought that happened on today while I was getting up and I was getting ready and getting my day going. But also something that I have been noticing over the last few weeks. So for those who don't know me personally, I have been doing the let's say the 9-to-5 juggle and the entrepreneurial juggle for the last 5 years. Like seriously, I've been an entrepreneur for longer than 5 years, but like the serious, like pretty much full-time entrepreneur and being a 9-to-5er, hustle is real, okay? So I never said that I was a part-time entrepreneur for the last 5 years. I've always been a full-time entrepreneur. So basically I've held down 2 jobs in the last 5 years. However, in December of 2019, because I had been like really deciding if I wanted to quit my 9-to-5 and just really go jump off the ledge. Like I've been like literally I go to work every day. Well, I was going to work every day at a 9-to-5 and I was just miserable because I really didn't want to be there. But you try to be a responsible adult because yes, I am making money as an entrepreneur, but just really having that leap of faith of if I can really sustain my income, just solely on my entrepreneur endeavors and just really putting in that hustle to make up for the difference that my 9-to-5 wasn't providing for me. So yes, because I have a son and just other things in life, whatever. So anyway, so in December 2019, I was laid off of my job. And I really took that as, okay, for the last 3 years, I think I can even go, no, maybe 4 years, because I want to say that if I go back to my Facebook social media page, I believe in 2016, I think that was my first year where I kept saying, this is going to be my last year working a 9-to-5. And I think I've said that every single year since 2016. But it takes a level of faith. And it takes a level of just courage and a level of believing in yourself and all of this other stuff, right? So, I took the lead. Well, not for real took the lead because I can't say it was my own doing, but fate played a great part in this for me. So anyway, December 2019, I got laid off of my 9-to-5. And then I said, you know what? Okay. God opened the door for me to be a full-time for real entrepreneur, solely depending on myself. I have all of these different levels of streams of income that I have access to that I can take part in behind the scenes, because I'm not going to go into all of my levels or all of my streams of income. But trust me, there's no excuse for me to be without money, right? But anyway, so to the main point of this bonus episode. So, the thought this morning came to me as I was like getting ready, as I was getting myself ready, as I was leaving out the house, as I was, just about my daily routine. And let me tell you something else that has been happening, right? So, since I've been in full-time entrepreneurship, my sleep habits have been the most weirdest thing ever. Like, I, for some reason, get very sleepy around 8, between the 8 and 10 o'clock hour. And I will fall asleep early, but I have been waking up like at 1 o'clock in the morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning, like just waking up. And so instead of trying to force myself to go back to sleep, what I've been doing is, since I'm waking up at that time, I've been getting up, and that's when my day has been starting. Like, I don't lay in the bed until 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning and then get my day going. No, I get my day going when I wake up. And I noticed that I have been so much more productive with doing that. But anyway, to the point, okay? Because I know I can go on and I can get off track because that's the way my brain works. But to the point. So today in the car, a thought came to me. God sends assistance in multiple ways, but we don't realize it because we're closed-minded and we're asleep. And then another thought came right after that. God wants to open the floodgates of favor to you, but he's waiting on you to get serious about your future. And I have one of my side hustles, I'm not going to go into what it is, but one of my side hustles is basically me working on straight commission. But really, as an entrepreneur, you're always working on commission. You don't do the work. You don't get out there. You don't get in the field. You don't try to get clients. You don't, whatever efforts you don't do, then you don't make any money, right? So one of my side hustles that I do, not side hustles, but one of my streams of income that I do causes me to, that if I, secure a client, if I secure this service for this client, then I'll get a commission from that service that I provided for that client. And we had a meeting this past Saturday, and I was just really thinking about some things, and the thought really came to me like, okay, if you really want money, if you really want to do things in this life, and this podcast is not just all about making money. This bonus episode is not just solely about making money, but it's about the things that we want to do in our lives. We can have all of these things in our head, and we can be like, this is what I want to do. This is the endeavor that I have. This is the goal that I want to meet, and all of this other stuff. But if we don't put any effort into these things that we want, they are not going to fall out of the sky and come to us. We have to put in work. We have to put in work for these things to open up to us. If I want to be a successful life coach, I got to put in the work to get my clients, and I got to do my proper homework. I have to reach out to different people. I have to do certain things. I have to get on the phone and talk to people when they want to have a free, complimentary consultation with me about a life coaching. I have to constantly be on my skill as a graphic designer. I have to constantly let people know that, hey, I'm a graphic designer. Like, I have so many things, that not so many things, because I don't want to say like I'm out here just like a Jamaican, as the old stereotype goes. I'm not saying like that. Like, all of my things that I'm involved in, they all work together. They all kind of link up with one another, because if I can help you in one area, and this can link over to another thing. So don't get me wrong. Like, everything that I'm doing, it all has a general same purpose, and it all leads back to my same creativity and my same inspirational and leadership and wisdom and all of that good stuff. But I recognize that if I don't put in the work, I don't care how great I am at what I'm doing. I don't care how great my presentations are. I don't care how great my graphics are concerning whatever products that I want to do. If I don't put in the work to promote myself and to let people know what I have going on. Nothing is going to just fall in my lap. Nothing ever. If I don't want to, if I don't get up and physically clean up my house is not going to clean itself, So the reason for this bonus episode is to just really get people to really start thinking about what it is that they want in life. And then understanding that there is a level of work that you have to do. Again, God is ready to open the floodgates of favor for you, but he's waiting for you to let him know and to show him that you're serious about what you want to do. The scripture says faith without works is dead. Meaning you can have all the faith in the world that God can do something or that you believe in his word. But until your works show the faith that you hold inside, like your works and what you do is your evidence of the faith and the hope and the belief that you have. So if you don't show works, I'm going to just assume you don't have any faith, right? So come on, like whatever it is that you want to do in this life, it is obtainable, but it's not going to just fall in your lap. Sometimes it do feel like that. Sometimes it do feel like things just happen out of the sky. Things just come to us and things like that. Sometimes it do feel like that, but 9 times out of 10, it's because of what you've done that caused that for that particular thing to just kind of like come into your life, but it's because of what you've been doing. I was at a place today and there was 2 opportunities that was presented to me in certain areas of my life. And I didn't want to go initially. The place that I had to go was a class that I had to go to. And I really didn't want to go because I had other things that I needed to be doing, but I had to go. So I ended up going. And by going to this place today, I was presented with 2 opportunities that could potentially present me money, present great money to me. So what I end up saying to myself is, we have to stop being so close-minded. We have to stop being so in the space of, I don't feel like doing it, because every day that God gives us breath, every day that God gives us the ability of our limbs to get up and go do something with ourselves, we never know what opportunities he's going to present for us. And if I would have really got into myself and would have been in this particular bad thought frame or whatever, if I wouldn't have acted upon it and allowed myself to be open to these 2 things, because the thing about it is, look, the 2 situations that were presented to me, it wasn't that somebody really directly came to me. It was me overhearing something that somebody else says. And it was like, okay, here's my opportunity to present myself. And then in two totally different areas of skill sets that I have, right? So it's like, if I didn't present myself based on what I was presented with or what I overheard, I could have potentially lost out on the opportunity to secure a new potential lead for myself, right? So again, I can't stress this enough. If you don't work, it ain't gonna come to you. You gotta work. You gotta put in the work. You want to be somebody in this life? You got a dream, you got a feel, you got something that you want to do. It's a way to do it, but you have to work for it. You want to go back to school? Hey, but you say, I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to. There's a way and opportunity. There's many scholarship programs that you just have to work, that you got to put in the work, have somebody help you, and there's people that will help you for free. There's people that you may have to pay for. If you have the means to pay for, by all means, pay for somebody to help you write these scholarship letters and these grant letters that will give you money to go back to school. And then all you got to do is just get that money and go back to school and earn your degree. You want to say you don't have time for certain things, even with school. There are new accelerated programs that you can get involved in with these colleges and these universities that will give you a 4-year degree But through these accelerated programs, I don't know off the top of my head, but I know there is a program that they allow you to do a certain amount of tests. And as you test through these programs, that they'll say, okay, you're sufficient in this area, you're proficient in this area. So we're not going to make you take these college credits for this particular degree. We're just going to go ahead and give you these college credits and then everything. But the other stuff, yes, you do need to take these classes and you can get your degree in half the time and not waste certain amount of time. It's just so many things out here. Nothing out here is unattainable. You just have to figure out what you need to do to obtain them. Okay. There's so much information out here that people can give you for free. And in some stuff, yes, we have to pay for it. Stop being so cheap all the time. Stop being so in a space where you don't want to invest in things. There's people out here that earned the knowledge that they have to give you. You should be willing to pay them for the knowledge that they have so that you can progress in this life, so that you can elevate in this life, you know. And then for those that don't have much money going around, but you're just trying to figure out something, there's too many documentaries out here on entrepreneurship that showed you how people started from nothing, didn't have nothing in their pocket, but they figured out a way. Even myself, when I remember when I first started my company, I didn't know anything about building websites. I didn't know anything about logos. I didn't know anything about anything. All I knew is I wanted to do this company. I was sitting at work. I will never forget it. I was sitting at my job, and this came in two different ways. I was sitting at my job, and this was like back in 2008. I didn't have a logo, didn't know anything about logos for my company, Young Dreams Publications, which is my self-publishing, consulting, and media company. So I remember I just Googled, and this is and let me explain to you. This was in a time where before things are so available. This is like when YouTube was first getting started. This is like when a lot of different things on the internet was just kind of really coming about. Although we've had the internet since 1997 or 8 or something like that, or whenever the internet came about. Even later than that, I don't know. But although we've had the internet to all these years, like it really just started getting progressive and started getting worth its wild, like in around the 2006, 2007, 2008. So I remember, okay, I was sitting and I was like, I need a logo for my company. And so I Googled, and I don't even think Google was like the main search engine at the time. I want to say it was like Yahoo search or I favored MSN search. So I probably looked up MSN search. So MSN search, I Googled how to make a logo. And I came across this website that allowed me to make my logo. And my first logo I made, it wasn't the best. It wasn't fancy, but it was a logo because I had nothing. So I went in, I made a quick little logo real quick. It was cute to me, but it was a cute little logo that I made, and all I needed was $29 to purchase. Boom. Okay. I made it myself, $29. I still have the original artwork. I still have the file that they presented to me for my logo and everything like that. And, you know, to this day, I even recall still using some of the information, the logo instructions that they presented to me. I always kept that in mind. So as I developed as a graphic designer, I took that not the same verbiage, but I took that verbiage as my sample or as my example of what I should be presenting to my clients. And I use that to this day as how, it taught me, so I learned something from it. It taught me. So that's the first thing. After that, I made that logo, I was telling everybody like, oh, y'all made me a logo, coming soon, website. I didn't know nothing about websites. I didn't know nobody that could make me a website. I didn't believe that I probably even would have had the money to actually make me a website. So I Googled. I'm saying Google because even though Google probably was, I believe, was out then, but people didn't use Google as much. It was still like, because I know myself, I use MSN as my search engine. So I'm saying Google, but I really didn't Google. But I searched in there, how do you make a website? Is there a way you could make a website? So yes, it was a way that I could make a website. I used Vistaprint. Vistaprint was one of the first content management internet type websites where you can go in and you can make your own website. So I remember going in there and I went in and I made my own website. When I go back and think about it, oh, it was horrible. It wasn't the best website, but it was a website. And I made that website, right? And I remember sending it to all of my church family and to all of my family. And I was saying, hey, y'all, I made my own website. Take a look. I didn't have anything to sell at that time, but it was a website and I was creating the vision, right? So I remember my friend, one of my good friends, even to this day, I remember she called me as soon as I sent that out and she looked at it and she opened it up and she said, man, all I see is dollar signs. All I see is dollar signs. And it was like a prophetic message to me. And although even to this day, although I am not financially where I want to be in life, I still have a way to go, but I'm still standing on that. I still stand on the different things. So when I life coach people, because for those that don't know, I am a certified life coach. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, know that I'm a certified life coach. And so my why to people is always that as your certified life coach, as your person that's that's a advocate for your potential transformation and for your elevation in life, I'm an advocate that tell me what it is that you want to do. And we're going to figure out how to do it because nothing in this life is unobtainable. That is what I want you to know. That's what I want you to get out this podcast today. However, with everything that you want to do, you got to work for it. You got to put in the work. You got to be willing to make the sacrifices to get what it is that you want in life. And I guarantee you that God will give you favor if you're pure in your endeavors, if you're trying your best to do right by people and trying your best not to do anybody wrong, and you just really have a pure vision and you really want to go forth in whatever this gift and talent and the thing that you want to do in life. I guarantee you, if you walk in the righteousness and in the way God will want you to do within your heart, mind, body, and soul, God will open up the floodgates of favor for you. Okay? Now, I'm going to cut it off right here because now I feel like I'm about to start preaching, and I don't want to start preaching to you all, but you have to know that this bonus episode was intended to encourage somebody because I know there is somebody out there in this land that's listening to this. I don't know how you found me. I don't know. Maybe somebody shared the podcast. Maybe you happen to come across it or whatever it is. However you found it, it was for you to listen to it on today because God want to tell you, I want to open the floodgates of favor for you, but I am ready and waiting for you to get serious about your future. So I thank you for tuning in to today's bonus episode of Purple Conversations. You can find me on Instagram at CIRCAPURPLE or on Facebook at CIRCAPURPLE, or you can find me on Twitter at TyWaller24 on Twitter, or you can just hop on the website www.circapurple.com. Okay? If you want to chat it up, if you want to give me some suggestions about some purple conversations, go back to listen to the last 4 episodes that I did, and you can get a feel of the content that I talk about. Hey, it's a Black girl's conversation about faith, soul, in my opinion, okay? I thank you for tuning in to today's Purple Conversation. I love you all. Thanks for listening, and let's keep going on this journey today. As you can see, I'm hyped. I am hyped, and I'm hyped because I know this is going to bless somebody's soul on today. I will see y'all this coming up Friday for episode 5 of Purple Conversations. Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Circle Purple Conversations. I enjoy talking to you all. As a certified life coach, I have a great passion to help women design a happy and fulfilling life. I endeavor to help you discover change and unlock your greatness. I like to say I'm an advocate for your potential. That's why I created 3 awesome journals to get you started on that path. The first journal is Busy and Not Broke, breaking the cycle of being overworked and underpaid. This is a strategic planner and journal for my entrepreneurs and creatives. The second journal is Over It, a Black Girl's Burn Book, Lessons Learned. With this journal, it allows you to process those negative experiences so that you are not bound to them and you can be free. The third journal is In Love, Me, Myself, and I, a journal about being in love with yourself and helping you stay there. You can purchase all 3 journals on the Circle Purple website, CIRCAPURPLE.com/624life. That's CIRCAPURPLE.com/SIX24LIFE. Right now, I'm holding a special promotion where you can buy 2 and get 1 free with the code FREELIFE. That's FREELIFE.